All right, we have Dan Hart on the top and Steve Potter on the bottom. We're going to show a nice couple of several Kata Jime shoulder strangles, shoulder chokes. So Dan, you like doing this choke? Let's have you coach us through it.
Okay. This time I'm starting in the guard. I just happened to get Mike Pennington last night while we were rolling, and he was...
Mike will remember you saying that, but nonetheless, okay, yeah, keep going.
No, he was sitting there, he was trying to fend me off, and I usually catch just below the elbow, and I'm usually diving with this hand, and I'm going to push this elbow up and against my neck. And I swim in real deep, so I dive in with this hand.
And we want to note to everybody, you are still between his legs, and he's in the guard and Newaza position. So you get a good choke from this position. Yeah.
And so from there, I either do one of two variations. I either grab both my elbows, or I get
a good square grip, gable grip there.
And I pinch in my elbows real tight, and then I just give him a big old hug, a big old bear hug.
Now, the distribution of your body weight, do you lean forward into that more as you?
I'm kind of towards my hips, but I got my chest bearing down on him.
Right.
So I guess equally dispersed, because I don't want him, even if he does roll me, it'll switch it to where I'm on bottom. So even if he does roll me, I just hold on to it and I just finish it from there.
So you can stay with the choke. Okay.
So,
now the other night we were practicing, and you and some of the other guys were coming up a bit of a tripod. We don't want to do too forward because you lose your body weight forward, but you can add some pressure into that. You guys were doing that as well. Okay.
Usually with that grip, because I'm right here, like I said, even if he rolls me over onto my back, because this whole left side of my body, if he grapevines me and he bridges me up and over, I still have it, and so I'll just
right, good.
Really squeeze and pinch in the elbows. The biggest thing is pinching in the elbows really tight, and then like basically pulling your hands to your chin.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, now if you were on the bottom, and we were talking about this earlier, and so he's trying to say an udigarami, the bent arm lock, the arm entanglement lock from the top there, and you're fighting it. So go ahead and take it from there, from that situation. If you can escape this, then what you can do to counter.
Whenever I find myself on bottom like this, they're usually trying to go for the udigarami. Well, the only thing you can stop udigarami is straighten your arm out. So I'll constantly be fighting back and forth.
Okay, so you're trying to get that release there. Okay.
And because he's doing the udigarami properly, he's got this elbow right here in my neck. So basically, I got this hand up here on his back, and then whenever I'm able to escape his foregrip, I can then come up and wrap his head.
Now we want to make a point here. When you come up with that right arm and you escape it, you get it straightened out, you pop it back up, you want to really get a good solid grip, hopefully on the left side of his carotid, his left carotid there, don't you?
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Because basically, like once this pops up, I gotta trap him to me. So once I get that arm free, I really gotta suck him in. And so when I suck him in, at that point, I usually grab one elbow and the other elbow, because this just if they roll me, whatever. But I'm able to get a really good grip. So at this point, I give him a big old hug and I pull my elbows to me.
There you go. And again, some people call this the head and arm choke, which it is. And but old school, it's Kata Jime, shoulder choke. So you're using your shoulder primarily as your weapon to control with. Now, if he is on top of you, say in a vertical tate shiho or a mount situation from the top, he's trying this here.
Yeah.
Guide us through that.
Yeah, same thing again. He's trying for udigarami, and I got to defend against that. So I usually straighten out my arm, and in the process, if he loses his grip, then I'll just suck him in real tight again, elbow to elbow, and I'll try choking him. And if I can't really get him, then that's when I got this whole side of his body cut off. So then that's when I roll him up so I can bridge and lean into him if I have to. So if you can't finish it from the bottom, make sure you trap this leg, and if they're grapevine, and you got to fight this leg in order to get free, and then you just bridge.
So you can just sweep them over, roll them over. Yeah.
And then at that point, you can come up on your toes and literally push your whole body into them all at once.
And we do want to stress that initially, when Steve had you in those udigaramis, get out of the arm lock first. That's your first thing you've got to consider. Escaping that, save yourself the fight to get the counter. You can't get a counter move if you can't get out.
And like I said, the best part, they're setting themselves up to be rolled to that side because they're already trapping that arm. So all you gotta do is wrap that leg and then bridge up towards that side.
And roll them over.
And you'll roll them right over. So even if you don't get the choke, at least you're in a better position versus being on bottom. You've at least transitioned to guard. Or if they're on side control, again, you can roll them over, and at that point, you're on top of the side control.
Good.
Go ahead and do a side control.
Couple of times before I showed and then for like 3 days had the linger. So I'm like,
So again, I'm fighting, I get out.
it's always my favorite.
I mean, I can still go for it there, or if not, at least I'm in a better position
Great, got you. At least to control.
and get the control.
Okay, well, good, good. And again, we were just practicing this, and I said, hey, let me get the camera. You guys are doing some good stuff. So it's we just have Friday night practice here with Shingitai, so want to get that on video. Maybe we'll help some other guys in their training. Thanks a lot, guys.
Sorry.
Good stuff. Good stuff.